How much of my blood is Dr. Pepper? Ask my doctor. my doctor scratches the dirt off of my fucking insurance form, Pepper. Fuck it, I'll let you see everything about how horrible I am. Pyro tries not to die during Wave 1 challenge. Impossible. I don't know what the EXP thing is. It's weird. YouTube has like... It's like making my chat competitive against one another. Oh my god, it's meet your match all over again. I'm having a freaking panic attack, bros. Oh god, the panic attack! They nerfed that too! Meet your match! How could they do this? I know, face cam for non-reaction content. I've truly become a react streamer now. Or at the very least, I just don't hate the presence of my own face in my videos as much now that I've, like, formed more of my career off of it. Like Carl Weezer and Shaggy. Jimmy, meet your match and nerf the freaking panic attack, Jimmy. You get to see the weird contortions that I have to do to my face in order to make these stupid voices. Jimmy, I don't mind meeting your match so much, but when can I meet your mom? Oh, Carl, what are you doing? Crack, Jimmy. What the fuck? At least I'm not drinking, Jimmy. I hear Zenith's shitty fucking Jimmy Neutron voice too much. I forget what, like, regular Jimmy Neutron sounds like. Oh, we're lucky there's a Family Guy, Jimmy. You know, Jimmy, it seems today that all you see is violence in movies and llamas on TV. Dude, table salt has additives for flavor and preservation, making it distinct from pure sodium chloride. I love enlightened skeet. That's like my favorite thing to come out of Jimmy Neutron. Oh my god, I got fucking destroyed there. Holy crap. Holy freaking crap. Oh, holy crap, Lois. Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Bro, there was like a post on Twitter that I saw that was just like, oh man, out of all these Phil Lamar roles, which one is your favorite? And it was like, all black characters and Samurai Jack. It's like, where's Bulby? Chuck Mangione died. And that does not feel so good. I feel like Seth MacFarlane voicing Brian is like, it's an excuse for him to basically shove himself singing in his like natural voice as much as possible into like as many episodes as possible. Bro got to have 2 of his characters singing alongside Frank Sinatra Jr. Like that must have been a dream come true for the guy. Like I could not like the writing in a lot of his shows, or a lot of the writing in his shows, and be like, nah, he's still a good singer. He's got the pipes. Yeah, Brian Griffin is just... he Seth's persona. I mean, really, like, dumb dad with smart wife is kind of the subversion of a lot of tropes in, I want to say, the 50s. Because, like, it being the other way around was the standard for a while there, and then it's just like, hey, what if instead the dad was a dumbass, and, like, the wife was the smart one? Like, wouldn't that be a gas? And then they said, and this was all in black and white, they were like, son of a bitch, you got a hit on your hands! And everyone's smoking a really big cigar. And now that, like, the subversion has been going on for so long that, like, that's become the trope that people are sick of. Right, people who aren't fans making stuff. I have infinite criticisms of the Jurassic World trilogy. You know, the first 3. But I feel like you can't really say that Colin Trevorrow was not a fan of Jurassic Park. That is not a criticism that I can levy against it. God fucking damn it. Okay, everyone just left for no reason. That's one off of Wheezy's bingo board. You would ideally not want fans due to a habit of pandering and the like. That's the thing, is... they always go for pandering anyway. So why not have the people who want to see the pandering make the pandering? You know what I mean? It's either ridiculous pandering, or... fuck you for ever having liked this. There's no in between. I feel like Rebirth, Jurassic World Rebirth, was leaning into a bit of the latter. Actually, it was double dipping, really. It was fuck you for ever liking what Jurassic World was potentially building up to, and all the stories that could have been, which will never be now. But also, hey, do you remember specifically the first Jurassic Park? And also a little bit of Jurassic Park 3? Remember Jurassic Park 3? There was a Spinosaurus in that one. Now there's 5 of them! Least favorite piece of dinosaur media. Oh. Oh, man. That might have to be between Dominion and 65. I mean, I haven't even seen 65, but just looking at it. Because both of these things have basically the same thing in common, which is you're not actually about dinosaurs. You're masquerading as being about dinosaurs in order to get dumbasses like me to buy a ticket to your movie. Like, I am personally, like, if I were to make a non-Jurassic Park tied dinosaur movie, it probably would involve some kind of like time travel safari, right? Like I'm particularly tickled by the idea of like a bunch of rich people just kind of going on a dinosaur safari. I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had with the concept and the premise. I feel like in a hypothetical world where like time travel is possible, like maybe people would attempt to monetize it, you know? But they'd have like time travel tourism. And some people want to go back and see the dinosaurs. Some people want to go back and see Hitler. Some people want to go back and see the dinosaurs. You could do whatever the fuck you want with a goofy ass premise like that. Like, yeah, time travel is a thing, and what we've decided to do is package it and slap it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You're gonna sell it. Like, obviously something would go horribly wrong, and like people would end up stranded. And I think like you could even have like a little bit of Lost World in there, where it's like, oh man, the people managed to get back, but by the end they've accidentally brought a dinosaur with them, and now they have to figure out how to get it back to the past or kill it or what the fuck ever. A park, but in the Jurassic. Say that again. They accidentally brought back Hitler with them, or. Bro, imagine they like don't configure the time machine right when they're trying to get back, and they accidentally bring the dinosaurs into World War II, and then boom, you have a Dino D-Day movie. Like, again, the possibilities are endless. Hitler riding on the back of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's possible. Hollywood Ninja's about to steal my plot. Good! Do it, I fucking dare you. I dare you to steal my goofy-ass plot about time travel tourists who accidentally bring the dinosaurs to the Nazis. I fucking dare you. But even if you don't use, like, the Hitler plot, which I think you should because it's funny, like, just people go on a dinosaur safari and they end up getting lost and they need to get back home. And there's a little bit of Lost World in there with a dinosaur being brought back to the modern day. Like, that is a, like, fun dinosaur movie plot that doesn't involve just, like, hey, let's do Jurassic Park again. But seriously, dude, imagine, like, the Hitler story. Like, they accidentally release a fucking dinosaur into Nazi Germany, and then they come back to, the modern day, and they see it's just, like, it's all ruled by the Nazis, and there's just images of Nazis riding dinosaurs everywhere. It's like, what have we done? And it just cuts to black, to be continued. What a sequel hook. Wouldn't you see that sequel? Yeah, if only history was real. If only Hitler was real. Yeah, too bad dinosaurs are fake and gay. Candace Owens said so. Is Swordpot just named like a slur? Bro, it's the name of a country. Niger is the name of a country. Apparently people, like, annoying people on TikTok have found out that there is another sauropod called, like, Repeatosaurus, which is spelled like Rapetosaurus. So, that's an awesome one. Yeah, a lot of the Chinese dinosaurs are just named after places or just sort of descriptions of what they are, but in Chinese, which is weird because, like, the whole point of the scientific naming system is that they're supposed to be in like ancient Greek and Latin because those are dead languages that nobody uses anymore. And so it's like that basically puts everyone on the same page, but now you just have stuff like Yi Chi, which, like, hey, now you need to know ancient Greek and Latin and Chinese. I mean, it's fine. I just didn't expect it to be Chinese. I'm also hoping that Jurassic Park Survival ends up being good. Just like a nice survival horror game in current year would be nice. Because apparently Silent Hill's not going to be going that direction anymore. I saw something that was saying that Silent Hill F is basically going to be a fucking Souls-like. as a fan of Silent Hill, what the actual fuck? Like, I just, hands in the air, honestly, I give the fuck up with Silent Hill. I give up. Not even like I'm completely against the idea of like, oh, a new Souls-like and a new, like, my issue is not with the genre. It is with the once beloved series that this genre is being stapled onto. You may view this as hyperbolic, but I view a Silent Hill Souls-like on, like, basically the same level as the Silent Hill pachinko machines. Yeah, when are we just gonna get a Silent Hill Gooner gacha game? You gotta unlock fucking Maria in the swimsuit, and also Mary in the swimsuit, and in her hospital bed when she's dying. Left 4 Dead but with dinosaurs? Left 4 Dinos, alright. Special infected dinosaurs. See, like, in a context like a fucking Left 4 Dead style game, that's where I'd actually be able to forgive something like the concept of mutated dinosaurs. Instead of just like, oh, we mutated these things for a theme park, and then just didn't kill them for reasons. We didn't euthanize them because... Why, what would our bank say? Now that we're spending all this money on upkeeping this thing that's big enough to hold a helicopter in its hands, but only sometimes. What would our bank say to that? Probably didn't kill them because Jurassic World dinos are seemingly invincible until the plot says so. I feel like Jurassic World dinos are just invincible because for some reason Universal is really against people just like shooting the dinosaurs to kill them. Like that being an option. Except for in the case of the Mutodon, which... I think the Mutodon that fucking Scarlett Johansson kills, that is, I think, the only instance of a, in this case, quote-unquote dinosaur, being shot and killed in this entire franchise. Not the first instance of a dinosaur being killed by a human, because I think that award goes to Kelly in the Lost World. Hey, you! Flip kicks a raptor to death. They cut you from the team? Muldoon certainly didn't get to kill one. Roland Tempo didn't get to kill one. He wanted to kill the T-Rex. Fucking young Vince Vaughn stopped him. And in the process, indirectly killed God knows how many people in San Diego. I don't think he shows up after that. We don't get to see him answer for that. Oh wait, you know what? I totally forgot. Yeah, the raptor in Jurassic World that gets blown up with the rocket launcher. I forgot about that. You're right. Okay, no. There was also in Jurassic World the one Dimorphodon that's just flying outside the helicopter window that homeboy mercenary just takes a pot shot at. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. That's... Oh my god, that's what Vince Vaughn did afterwards. That's what happened. He became a newscaster in San Diego. I mean, I guess Anchorman does take place before the events of the Lost World, but damn, imagine Ron Burgundy reporting on a fucking T-Rex breaking loose in San Diego. Yeah, Bruce Willis is getting real bad now, huh? Okay, those snipers, they hit you, like, before they even scope in. I'm not crazy, right? Maybe it's now that I can see at a higher frame rate that I notice these things. Fuck off! Fuck off! That didn't even work! I got 2 of them! Why 2? I have not played the new Potato Tour. I'm sorry, I mostly play MVM to gamble. It never works out, except like the one time. But that's how it, that do be how it is sometimes. Yeah, it worked when I gambled during MVM, but that was 2 years ago. Have I gotten anything really good since then? Did I spend all my luck in that one instance just to make the what crash out? Because, like, listen, 100% worth it. Would do it again. Yeah, like, people keep asking, like, oh, when you say no dinosaurs, does that just mean you're gonna be a pedant and say that things like pterodactyls and swimmy guys aren't dinosaurs? It's like, what the fuck do you think? And then I say, also, they're not called pterodactyls, they're called pterosaurs, you child, you ingrate. And then I spit on them. Like, you really think I'm gonna take an opportunity to not be a pedant on what is and isn't a dinosaur? Really? Really? The bony-eared ass fish. A lot of fish have stupid-ass names. Pea puffer. Okay, the pea puffer is at least called that because it's the size of a pea. Not because it's like, oh no, I'm gonna pee myself, nah! That was so choice. Let's do it again. Oh. Very nice. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh, I live. Okay. Apparently I killed it. I think that might have been a bright light at the end of a long tunnel. Listen, I would close the curtain behind me so that it's not such a blinding light. So that I'm not blinded by the light, and however the rest of that verse goes. I certainly know how it sounds, but I don't think that's what it says. That heavy flew into my bullet. I drink water. I drink water. I had some water like 15 days ago. I can drink water whenever I want to. I just don't want to right now. Yeah, exactly. I'm already 40% water, so if I drink even more water, then, like, what's gonna happen to me? Exactly. I'm going to explode. I look like Banny if he was homeless. Thank you. Every time I show my fucking face, people find new ways, new creative ways to just make me feel justified in doing it less often. I look like if Germa and Moist Critical had a baby that was homeless. My beard looks like a chin strap for my baby. What? Why are you guys mean? You're mean in an accurate way. You look like if my dad and mom had a kid. You've gone too fucking far. You've gone too fucking far this time. You look nice as coming from a lesbian. If only the straight women could say that. But I appreciate it, lesbian. What about a femboy? That's a man. Listen, I don't know what you've heard. If it's a femboy, it's gay. I'll have to be the one to break that to you. And I do apologize, but I mean, do I apologize? In some of your cases, I apologize. Now, unlike some other Team Fortress 2 streamers who will remain nameless, that is all I know about femboys. I don't know a suspicious amount about them, and talk about them a lot. Dating femboys ain't gay. Listen, according to a certain 4chan post I've read, dating femboys is double gay. Meanwhile, tomboys... ultimate straight man's choice. Be me, not gay. Everything after the gayest shit you've ever read. You say you're not gay, but you like it when girls act like guys. Curious. Bro, the fucking liking tomboys makes you gay psyop is just... the worst. Now listen, if you had a lesbian who was having sex with a tomboy, you wouldn't say that's like, oh, that's a straight woman right there. You'd say like, oh, that's the butch and that's the femme. Oh, they're gonna feed. Yep. The giant heal on kill heavy. He's healing on kill. If only there was some way we could have prepared for this or anticipated it. There is, like, a type of Nuzlocke that I'd probably have to come up with a new name for if I were going to actually do it on YouTube. Called an autism lock. FishStickOnAStick, what the fuck is an autism lock? I'm very glad you asked that. Basically, you go through every single game in order. That means red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, diamond, pearl, platinum, heart gold, soul silver, black, white, black 2, white 2, all of them in order. If a Pokemon enters the Hall of Fame, you cannot use it again for any of the future games. You can't do it. It is locked off. That means you gotta do some routing. You have access to the entire Kanto Pokedex 10 times. So at maximum, you could be losing out on 60 Kanto Pokemon, assuming that you take nothing but like brand new Kanto Pokemon, 6 of them, into the Hall of Fame every single playthrough. Personally, I would be going up to White 2. Or like Black 2, White 2. I would end it off at Gen 5 because that's when Pokemon stopped being peak. How would that work with White 2 with there only being 3 starters? You need to understand this. You go through all of Kanto 5 times. You go through Johto 5 times. Yeah, one of the 5 times you get you have to start off with Pikachu. So that makes that a bit easier. But you basically will have to drop your starter at a certain point. And personally, I would be dropping the starters in Gen 1. Because the Gen 1 games are going to be a lot easier. And I'd basically want to go through all the shitters first. So that way I'm not stuck with them in later gens when the game is actually harder. Now this whole process could make one hell of a video. A very, very long video. And I think it would have to be like a Pokemon enters the Hall of Fame. So even if it dies during the Elite Four, like, tough shit. Name could be Duplock. I kind of like, it reminds me of Duplo. Like the old Lego blocks for little babies. Oh, or like Duloc in Shrek, you're right. There's your daily Shrek reference for the day, kids. Famelock. That could also work. Well, I kind of like Duplock just because, like, I feel like it rolls off the tongue well. Duplock, Halllock, Famelock. But maybe Halllock would give people the indication that I'm, like, Nuzlocking the Battle Hall from Gen 4. Oh, the Hall. Okay, the black and white run would end after beating Getsis. I know it's not technically entering it into the Hall of Fame. Fuck you. And beat Alder, that makes him the champion. I'm counting that as Hall of Fame. He's the shortest lived champion ever. But he is a champion. Like, I would so much rather have Pokemon that take inspiration from the actual Crystal Palace designs, as opposed to just like, hey, paleontologists used to put dinosaurs together wrong. So what we'll do is just have these look nothing like anything. Oh shit, I don't have canteens. I didn't even buy upgrades. I'm wicked stupid, dog. Oh wait, that's casual. Never mind.
Queuing for casual. You know.
Play a workout game to get myself back to a good sleep schedule. Listen, from what I understand about VTubers, every time they play a workout game, they end up making sex noises. So I'm not falling for that one. Anytime they play Ring Fit, it's just like, oh boy, this is just like the panting and moaning stream, isn't it? Now I, for one, am not complaining. However, I'd be complaining if a guy like me was doing it. Listen, I watched the clip where Fauna was playing Wii Fit, and it said that her fitness age was like 72. World's healthiest vegan. Okay, please actually revive me. Please actually revive me. Why? Why do you troll me? Oh, because you're dead. Fair enough. That's as good of an excuse as any. I'll give you that one. Bro, I was talking about this with my friends earlier. Like, imagine if mimes were like... Okay, I know that mimes are real, right? But mime powers, imagine those were real. We would be fucking rounding up mimes like witches in the Dark Ages. Like, imagine encountering a horrible mime just like in a dark alley at night. Suddenly you're just trapped inside of a box for all eternity. You can't leave. Rivalry is such a shit ability. Like, I know that's not exclusive to Luxray, but Luxray is one of those Pokemon where it's just like, you either get it with like one of the best abilities in the game, or you get it with one of the fucking worst. You either get Intimidate, or you get fucking... or you get Rivalry. That's awful. Slacking's another one of those mons I'd like to use in an actual, like, normal playthrough one of these days. Slacking is neat. It's a fun gimmick of basically legendary stats, but on like a normal mon with a horribly crippling ability. Yeah, hey, at least Slacking can do damage when it's out in the field. It's not like poor fucking Regigigas. I want to know, like, whose coffee did Regigigas spill at Game Freak? Shit. I may have fucked up beyond all comprehension here. Or have I? For you see, I'm actually a genius! I'm actually a genius! A genius of diabolical proportions. No, come on. It is pit time for you. Go into the pit! Why would he go? Why wouldn't he go? He's too tall! Yes! Barely got him in time. Ooh. I think there is room for more. Yes! Oh! Slam dunking him! Come on, come on, come on. No. You silly. You. Go right in here! And this guy got something on his first tour. And now it's time to pit the most dangerous one of them all. Myself. I gotta stay for even longer! You know what would help? You know what would help with that? If I had some fucking cocaine? Dude. If I had some cocaine, that would make this so much easier. Just take a little bump, be like... Woo! Or so I'm told. Oh my god, it's the Joker from Ballataro. Baltartaro. Hamtaro. I don't remember what Hamtaro went through. He was a little... Was it a he? Was Hamtaro a girl? Was his name Hamtaro? Or was that just the name of the show? Okay, he was a little guy. Okay, yeah, Hamtaro was like a little hamster guy, and he really loved his owner, who was like a little girl or something. That's what I remember about Hamtaro. And there were a bunch of other hamsters, and they all lived together, and they went on adventures. Like around the house or whatever. I don't know if it got dark or serious or whatever, or if it was just like in America it was all for kidsified. It might have been on in like morning or midday. So it was like one of those sick day shows. Am I crazy? Most anime was kind of like that. Come to think of it, I do seem to remember Pokemon aired in the mornings too. Like I remember on my sick days after they played like Tom and Jerry and Baby Looney Tunes for some reason. I think it went like straight to Pokemon. For some reason, what they played in the mornings all the fucking time on Cartoon Network, like early mornings, was Baby Looney Tunes. Why did this exist? Who is this for? It's for actual babies? First cartoon I hated. I vaguely remember its existence. I don't quite remember. I think it was called the Cramp Twins? I remember it being awful, even as a child. I was just like, what the fuck am I watching here? Yeah, fuck, I remember that episode of Baby Looney Tunes. With the Sinosauropteryx. Someone on the writing team pulled that shit out of their ass. Yeah, Tiny Toons and Baby Looney Tunes are two different shows. Baby Looney Tunes is all about, like, learning morals and lessons and shit, and... When I think of the Looney Tunes, when I think of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, what I think is, I really want to feel very sedated and learn some lessons. I want to learn lessons about the importance of sharing and honesty and... I think Tiny Toons was one of those ones that I may have watched. I don't know if I did. I'm pretty sure it was like on the same network as Animaniacs, and I know I watched that. And I'm pretty sure I vaguely remember when they did like the They Might Be Giants Istanbul. Istanbul was Constantinople. I remember they did that. Or at least I was certainly aware of that song's existence. Because like when I heard it when I was like older, I was like, oh, this sounds familiar. Like I had heard a lot of They Might Be Giants. Just like on TV. They did a lot of stuff with kids' cartoons from what I remember. Like I remember they had the song about the sun, and also Dr. Worm, which is a fucking jam. Dr. Worm is so goddamn good, because they do call me Dr. Worm.
The Cramp Twins has a barely higher IMDb rating than White Chicks, at 6.1.
Listen, I remember a positive thing about White Chicks. No. And I need you, no, and I miss you, no, and now I wonder. Farts are funny! Stinky! Ooh! Hi, you need to adopt all of these little animals right now. or else they're gonna fucking die. They're gonna fucking die, you heartless monster. You wouldn't just let a little cute puppy like this die, would you? You think you could live with yourself? If you let a precious animal like this die? I certainly wouldn't be able to. I will personally execute this adorable little kitten that only has 3 legs myself if you don't send us 4 easy payments of $19.99 every single month. No, you'll know what I'm doing my Yandere Dev voice. Yandere Dev is like, you need to send me money on my Patreon every single month. Otherwise, I will be forced to read through thousands of emails and kill this baby. You wouldn't want me to kill a baby, would you? Like that's his intonation. Right? That's Yandere Dev. Chris Chan is technically still a girl. Didn't Chris Chan admit to like faking being transgender just so that he could like get with lesbians? Because apparently he's under the impression that lesbians don't have standards as long as they're women. Like, I didn't imagine that, right? That's a thing that happened. I mean, with Chris Chan, honestly, how the fuck can you tell? Like, again, I'm not the most versed in Chris Chan lore, but aren't large swaths of Sonichu, like, violently homophobic? And now Chris Chan is, like, apparently trans, but only to get with lesbians? Am I on drugs? Am I on crack like Sigmund Freud? The new War of the Worlds film? I keep seeing like clips of it. Is it all just a Zoom call? Is the movie a Zoom call? Yes, it is. Wow. That sounds hideous. With the entire thing is Ice Cube watching YouTube videos and going, hell not aliens. Is it real? Like, I understand maybe going for a sort of found footage approach. It's kind of a spiritual successor to like the Orson Welles radio broadcast that's like trying to play itself off as real, except for all the parts where the radio station's just like, hey, by the way, this is not real, this is a fictional broadcast. We would like to remind you once again that this is not really happening. But people freaked out anyway because they're fucking stupid. I can kind of respect the idea of going for a found footage approach to War of the Worlds because like that's in the same spirit. Having it all be like in a browser where everyone is just like watching YouTube videos in a Zoom call or some shit, that makes me want to gouge my fucking eyes out. Because that sounds like something an out-of-touch asshole would do. Just some out-of-touch, soulless, brain-dead corpo who's just like, you know, the kids these days, they're all using this thing called the internet. The internet superhighway. Oh, Unfriended. Yeah, that was like a Skype fucking found footage horror movie. The kids these days are using this thing called skit. And well, personally, I found setting it up to be pretty scary in and of itself. But I bet there's a real winner of a found footage horror movie here. People saying that movie is so old about a movie centered around Skype makes me feel like I belong in the fucking Paleozoic. Ah, jeez. Why did I right? You know what I think that was? I think I've been playing a little bit too much Doom. I got a shield out. I wanted to right-click to parry that. It's especially amusing to hear about fucking Unfriended, the 2010 Skype movie being old, when we're also playing a game from 2007. I'm not happy. I'm not like Droopy the dog, where at the end of the episode he says, "You know what? I'm happy." Wait, right? You guys think that Unfriended is an old movie? Okay, so Droopy the dog, he's like a dog, right? But he's very droopy. He's kind of a fucking sad sack. He's kind of a bit of a buzzkill, but he makes up for that by being a huge fucking troll. Wait, right, you guys think Unfriended is old. He makes up for it by being a huge rage baiter. And then at the end of the episode, right, at the end of the extended TikTok, he says, "You know what? I'm happy." That's what Droopy the dog is like. When are we gonna get the VeggieTales reboot? When are they gonna bring it back except Except Larry and Bob are hyper-realistic fruits. 3 people in a row said that Larry and Bob would be gay for each other. That is remarkable. I have never seen synergy like that before. Have you seen them? Yes, and they're wholesome Christians. In the VeggieTales Bible, it says that a man should not lay with another man. I've seen the future, Bob, and the future is autoerotica. Could a cucumber really be gay? Maybe if he was the top. Like, I was always tolerant of grape-flavored candy and stuff like that, right? Like, I really didn't mind it all that much. My sister fucking hated it, and so she'd always, like, end up giving me all the grape stuff. Which, like, that didn't necessarily improve my opinion of the grape stuff, mind you. It's just, like, I was the one who always got saddled with it because I was the only one who would actually bother to eat it. Like, Jolly Ranchers and Otter Pops and shit like that, it's just like, oh, you actually like the purple one, so you can have those. I love my sister very much, but she was kind of spoiled. Yeah, now that YouTube basically has, like, paid subscriptions, the subscribe button is kind of, it's kind of weird. I honestly, like, at this point, I feel like it's fair to not judge people as much for reminding people that subscribing is free, just in case they don't know that yet. Like, maybe that feels weird to me as someone who's, like, basically grown up with YouTube after a certain point. Yeah, and then Twitch makes that even more confusing with subs being paid. Jerry's just a fucking freeloader rummaging through the fridge, eating everybody's cheese, freaking out the mammy character who lifts up her skirt and is just like, eek, a mouse. Or when she's a black lady, then she gets all like, oh lordy, there's a mouse in here. Get that mouse there, Tom, or else I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know, like that, like how black people speak. Listen, casual racism in cartoons was the style at the time. Like, Tom would get hit in the head with, like, the symbol of a drum, and he would turn into a racist Chinese caricature, and the music would go like, ding 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 ding. It was the style at the time. Everyone was racist back then. Especially you. Do I use dating apps? Unfortunately, yes. This is not the first time that Grindr has been mentioned in this stream. I feel like I give off a cadence. What I'm insinuating here is that I feel like my fan base thinks I'm a homo. Either that or they'd really like me to be. Is homo still allowed? Is that one still allowed? Are we allowed to say homo? Yeah, somehow I've attracted all the Fujos. I don't know how this happened. Well, okay, the Chuckle Nuts probably help with that. There's a lot of gay roleplay there. I can see where you're coming from with that. The roommate. Okay, the roommate and the maid outfit probably help with that. Yeah, fair's fair. If I give off gay vibes, I guess that's just fair at this point. I've made my very gay bed. I'm gonna lie in it. Everyone's a little bisexual. That sounds like something that people would tell you when they were just like, hey, do you feel like experimenting with your sexuality? With someone in particular? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Won't say the streets aren't real, but there's a lot of social conditioning going on, like a lot. That sounds a lot like saying straights aren't real, my dude. I'm not saying they're not real, but if you simply tried having gay sex, you'd probably like it. There's people out there who've tried and they didn't like it. Like, I'm going back into VTubers because fuck you. It's like Matara. Everyone in her life just told her, like, man, you love chicks so much, you've got to be at least a little bit gay, right? And then she's just like, that's like the other way around of social conditioning. It's just like, you're so nice, you're so good to ladies, you simply must be gay. And then she tried having gay sex because she was pressured into it and she didn't like it. If you don't try it, you can't say you don't like it. I don't agree with that at all. The thought of eating poop makes me viscerally sick. But, like, do I just have to try eating poop? Will that convince me? How will you know you don't like eating poop unless you try? That's not how that works. How is that not how it works? Like, isn't that just the same thing that, like, every guy ever does to lesbians? Where it's like, hey, are you really sure you don't like guys? Because really what they're saying is, like, hey, I want to fuck you. Like, listen, I'd value our relationship a lot more if I could have sexual intercourse with you. That's what they're saying? You know, don't knock putting frozen bees in your mouth until you've tried it. This is good news. We can finally be bees. You paused your goon sesh to be here. Am I really more valuable than a goon sesh? I'm flattered. Unless I'm part of your goon sesh, in which case, Keep that to yourself, please.
Why is chat trying to gaslight you into being gay?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't want to jump to the conclusion that every straight guy ever jumps to, which is just like, oh, you're gay. Does that mean you want to have sex with me? The thing that every straight guy asks their gay friend. Again, much like every straight guy asking their lesbian friend. So are you sure you don't like guys? The stock straight guy gay questions. I'm not gay, it was just a translation error. It was all the localizers. People who are gay and act straight are just bi. No, see, because bi people don't actually exist. If there is one thing that I have learned, it is that not a damn soul on this earth hates bi people more than gay people. Especially if you're a bi person in an opposite sex relationship. Then especially you can go fuck yourself. Any reason why? My ex referred to, how do I describe this? She coined herself as a mud gay, which I thought was a very funny term. 'Cause that's just like, that's basically how they view you if you're bisexual. Sometimes. Especially, again, if you are in an opposite sex relationship. Yeah, mud gay. You're not pure gay. Take a look at all of our fucking tickets and a strange factory new Gobi glazed. Hell yes. Me owning my own war paint. What a fucking narcissist. Like Mickey Mouse living in a house shaped like himself. Okay, if I lived in a house shaped like myself, I wouldn't blame people for calling me a narcissist, right? I mean, getting to live in a house that's shaped like a giant fish. Like, it's not shaped like me in that case. It's shaped like a fish. It's like Cat Dog's house. Remember how Cat Dog lived inside of a giant fish? Hold on, you guys are Zoomers. Do you remember Cat Dog? How one fine day with a woof and a purr, a baby was born and it caused a little stir? Oh jeez. I'm so gorked. I'm so flubbed. I'm pooping. I'm pooping. Oh jeez. That 6 and 2! Let's go! Equalizer! Vaccinator! Fuck yeah! Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna shoot myself in the dick! Well, gamers, we played MVM for about 7 hours straight, didn't get a damn thing out of it. And the only thing we got is hoping to God, my sleep schedule is fixed. If you stuck around this whole fucking time, Jesus Christ. You're a psycho. Hopefully you just had me on in the background while you were doing something else, something productive. Yeah, it's like 10 p.m. That's basically a reasonable time for a normal non-Amish person to go to sleep as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, let's go push over all the Amish while they're sleeping. That'll teach you for not liking technology. My career is based on technology, you motherfucker. That's called Amish tipping. Ha ha ha.